This week we're going to talk about John Green. Okay? Hey guys! After last week's video, I figured I might as well keep up with talking about how I feel about things. And considering that The Fault in Our Stars movie is coming out today, or came out today, I figured why not talk about The Fault in Our Stars and John Green. A lot of people argue that John Green romanticizes cancer and illnesses by making it this fanciful world surrounding Hazel Grace and Augustus Waters, when in fact, he doesn't. Hazel meets Augustus in a support group for young adults with terminal illnesses. It's the same concept as Christian Mingle or blackpeoplemeet.com. It's one of those websites that's geared towards certain communities. And that's all it was. And this one just so happened to be a cancer support group or a terminal illness support group. That's how they met. Those things exist in real life. That's not romanticizing anything. That's, hey, we have things in common and we're going to connect on them. I don't want to give away spoilers, but after that thing happens at the end, it's kind of like everything comes crashing down, and it's just kind of like those things happen. That's how a lot of young adult novels happen. People meet, and for some reason they automatically fall in love with each other. Okay, so it happens to be the fact that John Green wrote these two characters to have different types of illnesses. And I guess there's the whole, but Augustus met her and immediately fell in love with her and whisked her away to another country. But those things can happen. They're a lot less common and a lot less frequent, but they do happen. They're not impossible. It's just a matter of who's gonna let their 16, 17-year-old daughter go away to a foreign country with a boy she just met. It is a fact that minors, at least in America, minors with terminal illnesses get a wish from the Make-A-Wish Foundation where they make their one life's wish come true. A lot of kids use it on Disneyland, or being able to go to prom, or being able to travel. And in the story, this is going to be a slight spoiler. Pay attention. Or don't. Hazel and Augustus have a conversation where they talk about their wishes from the Make-A-Wish Foundation and how Hazel used hers a while back, but Augustus still has his. He just happens to bring up the fact that Hazel Grace used her Make-A-Wish Foundation wish on something that's very common. She used her Make-A-Wish Foundation wish on one of the Disney theme parks. It happened. And then after they magically fall in love, he decides to use his wish on her. He got his Make-A-Wish Foundation wish because he was sick. He forfeited his wish on her, with her, to take her to a place where she can meet someone that she really admired and looked up to. I'm sure you have met someone and felt a certain way about someone that made you want to give up something for that person. And then when they get back to America, they go through a lot more. More spoilers. You can skip this part if you choose. She gets sick, he worries. He is at her hospital room every day asking about her because all he wants is to make sure that she's okay. When you're sick and you're in the hospital, you don't have a loved one that comes and sees you. You don't have a loved one that comes and worries about you and sits by your bed hoping that you'll get better. No? When you love someone, you don't abandon them because they get sick. You are there for them, you fight with them, you fight for them. If anything, John Green wrote Hazel Grace to portray a young girl whose life was swept from under her feet by an illness that she literally had to carry around with her every second. And Augustus Waters was a character written to portray strength and bravery and the determination not to let his illness drag him to the ground. John Green wrote his characters. He wrote two characters that, although as young as they were, they knew how to love one another, they knew how to be there for one another, they knew how to sacrifice for one another. But in no way does it romanticize an illness. Okay? Okay.